Hi everyone, Sully here from Black Ops Toys, coming at you today with an unboxing of Minitimes 1/6 figure toys. And many of you have asked about Minitimes quality. I'm going to kind of go over a couple things with you. They do make some good gear, so there's some good pieces on here. And it's a great starter figure. This is actually one of their, it's actually this guy right here. So their SEAL team. This is from the SEAL Team TV show. But I kind of want to go over some quality differences, say, between this and, say, an Easy and Simple figure, Damn Toys figure, stuff like that. But again, Minitimes, it's Minitimes, and it's a Navy Special Forces guy with a dog. And let's go ahead and show you kind of an unbox, and we'll show you what's what. All right, here we go. So, many people have emailed us and said that when they get their Mint in box, that they actually haven't received a Mint in box. And this is kind of why I'm doing this video, and I'm going to show you exactly how it comes from the factory so you can tell for yourself, okay? I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Great black box, by the way. And here is the figure. Brand new, direct from the factory. So when you see other manufacturers, you definitely see that they have dual trays, they have foam laser cutouts, they have everything set up nice, so you open the box and it's like, ah, like an aha moment. And you get one of these and you're like, what the hell happened here? That's okay. So everything is protected. This is one of those figures you're gonna take out of the box and put together, okay? But nothing's broken, everything is there, but it's just not as dressy, say, as an Easy and Simple figure or Damn Toys figure or Soldier Story figure, okay? So let's go ahead and open this guy up. He comes with some really cool stuff, okay? Lots of cool gear. Let me just show you. This right here is for shooting targets, okay? And this is essentially a display stand. So like a piece of kit. Let me show you kind of. You'd stand this up and it goes on all these little pylons, and then you actually have targets to set up. So you could actually shoot a photo shoot and have him aiming through this, either this way, this way, this way, or this way. And this is actually how you learn how to shoot targets at various angles, and how you put your rifle and how you sight in stuff. And it's a very cool accessory, especially when you're setting up something on your display shelf and you want something cool in the background. But you get lots of cool targets. You can definitely see. You don't want to shoot the girl because it's negative 10 points, okay? You want to shoot this guy who identifies as a bad guy, because then you get 9 points and 8 points. And 8 points and 6 points. You get negative 10 if you hit the girl in the boob. So don't do that. Then you get these other two targets. And these are just standard setup, and they go on these little poles right here, just like that. Set these guys up, and as far as like photographing a figure, getting behind, it would look pretty much like a real target range. So super cool. I do like the extra accessories. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the plastic here and kind of show you. That's how things come, just like that. So we here at Black Ops Toys don't grab stuff, take it out of the box, throw it in a bag, unless we're selling it to you loose. But this is actually brand new mints in box from the manufacturer, okay? So this is the rifle. And you do get some great parts in here, all right? I'm just gonna go ahead and remove everything so you can kind of see exactly how many bags you get. You guys are wondering what those are. Those are doggles, and I'll show you what doggles mean in just a second. Radio, holster, plastic. Okay. And then in the white box, which is a second box, you get something to go with the doggles. And that is a dog. Now this is a resin dog, so that's why it comes packed in foam like that. And he's got some sticky foam on it. This foam right here explodes, so if you have carpet and you don't want to get it messy, don't open this with your carpet around. There's your dog. Good looking, male. I want to say Malinois, but it looks like a Malinois slash German Shepherd mix, yeah. So very cool, and there are some accessories to go on the dog as well. So that's where you get your doggles. Let me just show you these guys. Goggles for dogs. They're called doggles, and those would go right on his head right there, make him look all tactical. Then you get a dog camera, a little sticky pad on the bottom. That goes on this guy. And this right here is basically a Molly vest for the dog as well. So that would go like that. So super cool accessories, and then you do get a little leash. And if you're into S&M, you can use this on, say, a female figure or whatever, and you have a leash to go with it. So super cool. You should probably erase that. Erase that! All right. Now, moving on. So that's dog parts. So we got display parts, display stand, we got dog parts, and we got doggles, okay? Now let's go ahead and open these baggies and kind of show you more about the figure. So in bag number 1, we do have a cap. Standard cap, nothing super special, but it's always nice to have a black hat, especially a ball cap. Next, you do have some goggles, you do have some sunglasses, and these are standard, kind of like every other pair of sunglasses that you get from any other manufacturer, but you can see that the glue is a little bit off right there as far as the ear stem goes, okay? That's an easy fix, but just be aware the quality control is not quite as good as some of the other high-end manufacturers with a more expensive price tag. You also get a flag patch, which can go on the hat, can go on the dog vest, can go on his forehead. Let's go ahead and show you the guy. And if you guys have seen Angel, which is what my wife used to watch, this is the guy from SEAL Team 6. You can see it looks like somebody famous. We're not going to say his name. The man who will not be named. Now, the body underneath is a standard, like a Hot Toys old True Type clone. Nothing special, but again, it's a body. It does the job, holds the clothing well. It is a little bit on the shorter side, so if he is short in person, then now you know why. You can see the boots. The boots have good detail. So again, great starter kit. The jeans are torn and ripped, just like the real thing. It's got the red tab on the back. I do like a lot of the parts in here, and I'll show you which ones I like the best. But the t-shirt is awesome. They actually have buttons on there. They don't actually work, but the buttons are there. And the gray sweatshirt looks good. Hands, you can see a little bit shiny, but again, you can easily fix that by doing a little bit of weathering. But all in all, great little figure start, okay? Moving right along, let's go over here. So we do have a drop leg IFAK kit, and that would go on a standard belt, go around his leg. You do have the swashbuckler right there. And nice little kit, so great for customizing other figures as well. If you want a drop leg pouch in Coyote Tan, that's a standard drop leg pouch in Coyote Tan with functioning zippers. Everything does work, and it is a good looking pack, okay? Let's go to the radio. Radio, standard fare. Got the radio, got the antenna. You can see the sticker's a little bit off, but again, it's a radio, it's going in a pouch, you're never gonna see it, so really who cares, okay? You also have a PTT, or push to talk, and then you have the headset, which is awesome. Love these headsets. These can go underneath the helmet, or can go just on a head sculpt, or it can go right over a hat, like that. But you got some earmuffs, and what you're noticing here is the detail is not quite as crisp, okay? So by crisp detail, once you buy a higher end figure, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This does come with a little mic that does clip in here, and standard radio, standard headset, good to go, right? Now moving right along, we do have a pistol and holster. This is a nice pickup. So this is a nice pistol holster. It's a standard mold, but it does come in wrapped in black multicam. And again, this is fabric. You can kind of see where the glue hasn't been connected properly. It's not quite cut very good. But at the same time, it's going on the figure. You're never going to notice that stuff when you're looking at it. And you can definitely trim it up if you want to. Pistol, standard fare, nothing special. Does have movable slide. Again, not quite built as good as some of the other figure parts that you've seen. Does come with a little tack light that does go on. But again, this is going to be in the holster, and it does fit in there with the tack light on. And there you go. So, not too bad, not too good. right in the middle. Now we do have a couple of pistol magazine fast mag holsters here. And then we also have some weighted drop plates for the pistol magazines, and these just slide on the back like this. Not like that. You want to get them the right way. But these are weighted so that your magazine drops when you press the release button. And they do go in this pistol right here. And then these right here, little webby straps, they actually connect inside here, and that would go on your vest or say belt, okay? And then you put your magazines just like that. So I do like these, especially on a lot of my custom figures, because they're easy to use and they look good, and I have a couple, so they're awesome. We do have a watch. Watch is really good. The sticker is nice. This is a different looking type of watch, so that's good. And you can see the band has actually got some holes in it, which is neat. So good job on the watch. We do have a lot of extra magazines, and you can see we do have the Coyote Tan, we do have black, we do have some MP7 magazines, and those go with an MP7. And then we do have a secondary pistol, and that is a 6-hour P226. So moving right along, they give us an MP7 to go with these MP7 magazines. And standard mold MP7, this looks good. Great little gun to start with. You'll see that it's cheaper as far as price goes than some of the higher end manufacturers, but that's just based on build quality. But again, this is a great little setup. And it does have moving parts, so functioning foregrip, magazine does come out. You always want to be super careful with any manufacturer's MP7 when you pull out the rear stock, okay? You can see that the pins are right there, the arms, okay? And if you pull that out too far, you're not going to be able to get the arms back in to slide around the housing right here. So be very careful that you don't pull it all the way out. And then also look how thin these are, okay? There is a little bit of play in there, so you don't want to break that. So personally, unless you're posing for a shot, as far as like taking a picture of it, I would always keep it pushed in. That way you don't mess it up, and that way when it shelf dives, you're not going to break the actual stock, okay? You do get a single point sling, and this can be used on M4, it could be used on a bunch of different things, also could be used on this MP7. You can see that some of the molding is a little bit off. That requires a little trim with a pair of scissors, but again, quality control, not quite as good as other manufacturers. We do have a little red dot, standard fare. There's no laser printing on it. You can still see some lines, but again, looks good on the weapon itself. You do have a suppressor that is laser printed, which is nice. The front end does look good. So the MP7 suppressors, obviously that's a smaller barrel, smaller barrel end, but you can see it's a little bit bent, and that would require a little bit of a heat gun, and you can actually fix that right away. Then we get a PEQ with pressure switch, again standard fare, and then a light. So now we have two pistols and an MP7. Let's move on to the rifle, and you can see same type of deal. You get a single point sling. Again, sling is a good pickup option on a loose buy because I do use the single points quite a bit. You do get a suppressor with a glass breaker, and then you can see that the glue is not quite good on some of these parts, and you'll want to take them apart and then re-glue them if you feel or so desire. So you can see kind of, if you look at the shape of that, it's not quite straight. So what I'm going to have to do with this figure, this is going to be mine, is I'm going to have to maybe break this and then re-center it and glue it so that it's flat. But right now you see the little curve. And the reason these come out like that is because they're hot coming out of the injection molding machine, and they'll just grab it off a table and throw it in a bag before it actually has time to cool. That's one reason, or it's just faulty glue and it gets hot coming over here on a boat, and it's just, that is what it is. But you can definitely see there's a little twang to it, okay? You do get some cool accessories. This is a Fortis grip, skeletonized grip, and I do like these a lot. And then you get, again, you can see that they use the same mold, just different colors on their flashlights. Okay. And then same PEQ, just different colors using the same mold. Scope's okay. It's got some blue lenses, which is kind of neat looking. But again, you can see it's not quite as crisp as far as detail goes. And that is why this is a good starter set. Okay. And then you get a flip up sight for, I can't tell if that's front or rear. It looks like the front, but that's 1 instead of 2. So you can kind of see, as far as quality goes, not quite there. Expect to have to do some work on it, but this is where we get to the good stuff, in my opinion. Belt's okay, standard fare, but this guy right here, this is awesome. So I personally have about 6 of these that I'm using on various figures, and this is a micro chest rig, and it is really, really nice. So just like the real thing, you can unbuckle it. Let me just show you. Take it apart. I'm gonna go in here. Just gonna pull these out so you guys can see the back and see the front and know what I'm talking about. There we go. So back panel, this guy does pop off just like the real thing. You do have your radio pouches. So this is the thing that I used on my Joker figure, which do come off. But just like the real thing, you have your skirt hanger. And that's like an IFAC kit, but you can take this thing all the way down or build it all the way up or take parts out and just make the chest rig kind of your own. It also has magazine inserts inside. So these are all Velcroed in, which is cool, just like the real thing. Your magazines would go in here, and then this insert goes into the chest rig. But you can see how that works. And again, you can take it out or leave it in, kind of make it your own. And then we do have another magazine insert in here as well. And that Velcros out just like that. So multiple magazine sections. You can take them out, leave them in. If you want a more compressed, compact, you can leave one of these out. You can use one for pistol mags. You can do a lot of cool stuff. You also have hook and loop on the front, so that'll be good for patches. And then you also have this, which you can pull off all together. And then you could throw this front panel on if you wanted to. And now you got a micro with hardly anything there. So lots of different ways to put this chest rig together, and it does come in gray, which I really, really like. But all in all, you can kind of see the quality difference between past videos where we did unboxings of damn toys, easy, simple, soldier story stuff. Anything that with a higher price tag, it's a higher price tag for a reason, okay? These are, again, great starter figures, but if you're really into the hobby, this is a parts buy. If you're just starting out or your kid's just starting out, these are something that he can play around with or she can play around with and really have a good time and really learn the hobby versus going all into a really, really expensive figure and then maybe breaking it. So great practice figure, a lot of cool parts, definitely a good buy if you're just starting out. So if you like videos like this and you want to see more of them, make sure that you follow us on Rumble, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and make sure that you hit the subscribe buttons on all those things, or hit the like button if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.